Welcome to Grant County High School. Tournament Central starts right now on glycod.com. The first of 14 broadcast in the next 9 days. We'll start with the girls tonight from Grant County. North Oldham and Owen in the first quarter. I'm Chris LaBar along with Gary Forrest. And for North Oldham, we saw them Friday. They come in at 12 and 18 and really starting to try to get their best foot forward.
Very much so, Chris. You know, no one likes to lose that last game in the district tournament, which takes you from a winner of the tournament to a runner-up. And what it does, it puts you in a tougher position in many cases. So North, right out of the box, is going to have to play one of the two top teams, and tonight it's Owen County.
It sure is. North Oldham has lost 4 games in succession. There you see their record at 12 and 18. Owen County, phenomenal season by their standard, actually by any standards, winning the All-A state title.
Yeah, Amy Westman doing a great job, followed in the footsteps of some very good coaches in Owen County. It's a little burg, but they love their girls basketball.
23 and 9 on the season, winners of the 31st district, defeating Henry in blowout fashion 59-29. And outside of Anderson County, no program in the 8th region has as many successive appearances in this tournament as Owen.
Very much so. And once again, it goes back to coaching Bob Osborne. You know, the late Bob Osborne, you know, he was in it before him. Others, they just love their girls basketball, and they've been very good about it. And this year, winners of the All-A state tournament, another crown jewel for them.
Top players, Alexi Moore, one of the top players in this region, 5'9" senior, the school's all-time leading scorer.
Says a lot, you know, not because being an all-time leading scorer is one thing, being an all-time leading scorer at a very proficient girls basketball program, that says a lot, even more so.
Grace Ferguson and Haley Logan, 3 members of the All-8th Region team. And, of course, for North Oldham, it begins and ends with Riley Neal, one of the top players in the state, heading to Miami of Ohio. But Friday night, Riley almost a non-factor in that game.
Very much so. Got off to a horrendous start. 1 for 3 the first half. Did not get the ball, and quite frankly, didn't look like she was really working hard to get the ball. Looked perplexed a little bit. Much better second half, but the damage had been done.
It sure had, and more on North Oldham as we take a look at their first ever regional tournament appearance. Hard to believe in all the years of the school. First time this program has been at this level.
Very much so, but, you know, continuity is good in anything, and being a relatively new school, you know, now in their 10th or 11th year, they've gone through a lot of administrators, a lot of coaches and stuff, and, you know, you're starting to see continuity with the boys program, and the successes have followed.
Winner of this will meet the winner of Game 2 between Spencer County and Walton Verona, perhaps that the most competitive opening round contest. Just getting started live from Grant County High School. It's North Oldham and Owen County. Lineups on the other side of this ball is from glycod.com.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. We'll take a picture of your shirt. Tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall. Grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, inexpensive wood one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
A plan for the future is a plan for peace of mind. At Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home. Proud supporters of the Lady Bearcats and locally owned by 1985 AC graduate Brian Ritchie, they have been serving Lawrenceburg since 1991. Visit richieandpeach.com or phone 502-839-5151. Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home, 701 North Main Street, helping you create the tribute of a lifetime.
From Glycon is the 2022 8th Region Girls Basketball Tournament. Tonight's game is brought to you by Anderson's Sales and Service, outdoor equipment specialists who make your life easier. By Century Bank in Lawrenceburg, our community, your bank. By Metro Windows, installers of high-quality windows. By Thompson Heating and Cooling, where your comfort comes first. By LaGrange Service Center, quality car care since 1964. By Watts Home Center in LaGrange, design that feels like home. By State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilley, Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff, Roy's Body and Glass Shop, John Reynolds Realtor, and by Lawson Financial. Now to courtside at Grant County High School for all the action of the 2022 8th Region Basketball Tournament from Glycon.
Live tonight, we're at Dry Ridge, Kentucky at Grant County High School. Now for the starting lineups. First for this North Oldham bunch, Riley Neal, one of the state's top players, 25 points and 9 rebounds. And Alyssa Racer will get the start in the backcourt, joining Vise, and Smith. And we look at this Owen County starting group, and Coach, they are a very solid bunch, especially up front.
Very much so. 3 all-region players. Probably only go 6 deep unless they get a big lead. Then they come in with 8th graders, because they're not a large school. But that first 5 they've got, they're a quality group.
Moore, Ferguson, and Logan, all 8th Region performers. And curious as we research this matchup, Coach, perhaps the longest length between each school, about 54 miles from one campus to the next.
Yeah, very much so. And the 8th Region is that way. The only other one might be Anderson County, but at least you can draw sort of a straight line.
Series Owen winning 3 of the 5. This, of course, the first postseason matchup between North Oldham and Owen County. Great to have you here on Glycon.com. Chris LeBar, Gary Forrest, Tenny Onateri on camera, and Steve Bird, our executive producer. The first of 2 tonight here on this channel.
Your official timer is Miss Stephanie Russell, and your official scorer.
Thanks to the great folks at Grant County for their support and endorsement of this broadcast, and looking forward to a great 9 days. Grant County tonight and tomorrow. Henry County for the boys' quarters on Wednesday and Thursday, and it will ascend from there. What do you look for here early?
Well, if you're North Oldham, you've got to get the ball to your horse. She didn't see a lot of touches the other night, the first half, and they got buried as a result. So you're going to have to get the ball to Riley Neal.
And there's Owen with a quick basket up and in. Boy, that didn't take long.
Nope.
2 points there.
They're valuable, well-coached.
Destiny Goodrich with the basket. And North Oldham's Racer will probe far sideline, finding Elena Lieber.
Owen straight man-to-man with Moore.
There's Neal, an aggressive take. And the follow up and in on the backside, that's Lieber.
That's what Lieber brings to the table for North. She does a lot of the little things. Offensive rebounds, loose ball, picks up.
It's Lexi Moore, the handle, and now up top to Goodrich as North Oldham in a sagging zone to begin. We'll see how they defend for the bulk of this game. Hedging on the screen is Catherine Smith, and an even keel start. Now Logan veering left, comes to a jump stop, and North Oldham with Hansey inside.
North likes to play that 2-3 zone wide at the top. Trying to keep an eye on wherever Moore goes. They sort of shade their defense as well.
A Lieber called for the foul as Owen will trigger. Now Logan inside the arc. That shot partially blocked, and North Oldham had an opportunity to gobble it up, but Goodrich there instead for Owen. Lewis left wing. And Moore with all that size just salivating for a screen, and now she'll roll. Extra pass in the corner, and that's off the mark from Haley Logan. Backside rebound, Rebels. Lewis dug it out, and in the far corner, deflected out off of North Oldham.
Rebels keeping the ball alive on this end of the floor.
So North Oldham with their third successive defensive sequence, as Owen will pitch it in the lane. There goes Moore. Great pass underneath, and 2 points for Logan.
Excellent pass. Moore drove the baseline, made the defense shift, and she hit Logan rolling right down the paint.
Owen by an early field goal. Racer putting it on the deck, finding Smith at the foul line now. Neal tries one, and the backside rebound leaking out over to Vise. Neal 0 for 2 to start. Draws a foul and will head to the line.
Well, you know, almost immediately we see that North trying to get Neal involved early. Already as many shot attempts than she had the other night at halftime.
Perhaps a big early foul. It's on Lexi Moore of Owen. As Neal.
Well, they've got Moore matched up with Neal, and a lot of times you don't see best versus best just because of foul situations. So Neal, advantage early.
Good start for Riley. And a 4-4 beginning. Ferguson in the corner as Lieber been assertive in the first couple of minutes. A nice overplay by Catherine Smith. But Owens-Lewis able to scoop it up. There's a corner three, going to be a little bit short. That was Logan that misfired, and Neal snares the North Oldham rebound. Vise, extra pass. Smith tees up a three. Vise on the rebound now. Racer from up top, and just inside the arc. So North with 4 in a row. Lewis inside the arc.
Lewis got away with a little crow hop out there.
Got it in deep that time. That was Ferguson. Wouldn't go in. And Vise very scrappy to dig it out for the Mustangs. And probing is Smith as she'll float it up and in.
Already North much more active tonight than they were in the district finals on Friday night against South Oldham.
6 in succession for North Oldham as they lead 8-4. A 3.5 deep. That's Logan angling down to Ferguson, and she'll muscle it home. Ferguson's first field goal, a 14 per night score as a junior. And the Mustangs protect the lead. Racer, a deep roof scraper. It had an eye on it. And Lewis has the rebound. It will belong this way to the Lady Rebels. What do you think about this Mustang zone to start?
You know, right now, I think North's size bothers them a little bit.
Goodrich, belt high pass. Lewis. Moore inside the lane, reels it in, working on Neal. And Neal got a piece of that loose ball. And we're going to have a held ball. Arrow North Oldham as Neal with a rejection.
I think Neal has forced Moore the last couple of times to adjust her shot just a little bit.
Smith will handle. Racer, nice seam pass down low. Boy, Racer's aggressive early. Bingo! Racer with 5. And North Oldham by the same. Moore
nice
slices,
pass.
It sure was. Sliced inside, Logan comes up empty.
There's that size factor again.
And Racer flips it over out of bounds as Smith can't float it back in play, unforced turnover.
Well, Moore made a great entry pass, but North's size caused Owen to adjust the shot just a little bit. I think their size has bothered them here so far this first quarter.
Goodrich will angle it around to Lewis. Owen has played good people this year. Lost a couple of games to Anderson County. Driving for an and one is Lexi Moore.
Very tough shot, Chris. Going down the left-hand side of the lane, shot it with her right hand on a step back.
And a big early foul. That's the second on Lieber. That likely will earn her a seat as Gracie Sipes races to the scores table. And Moore brings in the free throw. She has been a pleasure to watch the last few seasons, has gotten better every single game. And we'll see what Smith can do at the point of attack. And a nice overplay, intercepting it was Ferguson, but Racer there to get it back. Now Neal, floater in the lane. And Moore with a seal-off for the Rebels. Logan wide open. She's 0 for 3 from distance, but Moore, the beneficiary of the long rebound.
Got to be a 3 seconds.
It sure was.
Yep. Killed her dribble into paint. And her teammates, I think, probably expecting Moore to shoot the ball. No one really worked hard to get open, and she had to end up eating the ball in the paint.
Smith left-hand dribble is Owen in an odd front of a D. Is that a 1-2-2?
It's a little 1-3-1 right now. They're trying to match the shooter out. There we go. They're gapping passes.
So the Mustangs call a quick timeout. We will be back in 30 seconds. We're live tonight from Grant County High School in Dry Ridge. Be right back on Glycod.
Kevin Woosley is a lifelong Oldham County resident. He's been a public servant for 30 years and is a former Kentucky State Police 911 administrator. Currently the District 3 Fiscal Court Magistrate, Kevin is a responsive politician. He favors improved broadband internet, more affordable housing, plus new roads and schools to meet the demands of a growing county. Re-elect Kevin Woosley for District 3 Magistrate.
I'm Kevin Woosley, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Kevin Woosley for Magistrate.
You're tuned into the 8th Region Girls Basketball Tournament from Grant County High School on Glycod.
Chris LeBar, Gary Forrest back live at Grant County High School. North Oldham possession out of their first 30-second timeout. Got the feeling this game would have started one of two ways for North. Either they would have rolled over or they would have been ready. And
Very much so.
It seemed like the latter elbow jumper a little bit short from Vise. And that was Kylie Vise that floats it back, and now Neal floats it to Sipes. That shot a little bit short. And Owen reeling it back in, and an unforced turnover as Goodrich had a toe on that baseline.
Well, both teams really kind of feeling one another out right now. And as we mentioned, one of the keys to the game, North had to get out of the box, and they have.
There's a pass deflected inside. And Moore with it for Owen County as Moore crossover dribble. Back to the trailer, Lewis. Ferguson tries one. And Moore just too assertive underneath to dig out that loose ball. Lewis well long with that three. And Vise will tangle up with Logan. And the arrow belongs with Owen County.
Got a foul on that, Chris.
Oh, excuse me. So a Rebel foul
on Ferguson.
So the first on Ferguson. And Hankins, the very aggressive sophomore, in for North Oldham as they protect an 11-9 lead. Vise in the lane. Now Neal with it. Neal rolls it underneath, and Hankins caught it, and she put it in.
Well, that's the first roll assist I've seen.
She pulled a Pete Weber for two. 13-9 North. Ferguson baseline, and Neal sealed her off, and a travel.
Checking into the game for Owen County, number 3, Rachel Howard.
Neal only 2 free throws in this game, but she's made a difference at the defensive end. And Smith will handle. .9 left in this quarter. And Smith.
1-3-1. Owen changing things up. Got a couple steals out of it so far out front.
That pass deflected out. It will be off of Laurel Lewis, and North Oldham possession side court.
Well, Smith's trying to dribble into the seams of the zone, and really her size prevents her from having a good angle for passes.
Neal floats it in the corner to Vise. Back on top, Neal. Rifles it far sideline. Smith, little baseline jumper, and more. Snares the rebound at 13. And North Oldham by 4. And we'll have a Mustang foul coming up the floor.
Number 14, Katie Smith. Her first, Lady Mustangs third.
Catherine Smith, the guilty party, and we'll see the selection of Amy Wesselman's unit here with 8 seconds left. Moore. Smith with a rebound, but Goodrich there, and that's going to conclude the first quarter. So a nice start for North Oldham. They lead by 4 as we begin the second quarter right after this on Glycod.com.
Range Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has a mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 502-225-9900. That's 502-225-9900, or visit lawsonfinancial.net.
You're tuned into the 8th Region Girls Basketball Tournament from Grant County High School on Glycod.
The North Oldham possession as we welcome you back. Check that Owen County basketball as we bring you back for the second quarter. And Lewis.
North Oldham staying in that, it's a little lopsided 2-3 zone to the first side of the pass goes to.
Goodrich inside the lane. There's a Ferguson 3 that's long, and stationed in the right spot with Smith for the rebound. Sipes runs the floor, and Sipes scores. So Sipes with 2 off the bench. 6 Mustangs have scored, and there's a long 3 going to be off the mark from Lewis. Thus far, it's not been her night, but Owen hanging in this game on the glass.
Owen hasn't shot the ball well out of this 2-3 zone. They're getting primarily. There's a nice mid-baseline shot.
And an and one as Moore knocks it in and a foul.
You know, they're relying too much, Chris, on the corner jumper. I think they're like 1 for 7 right now. Did a great job there. Got in a 1-3-1 set and just ran Moore straight down the paint. The offset man hit her with a little short pass, and so we can look for more of that, I think. That's how you're going to attack it.
Sipes called for the foul. Her first, team 4th, as Moore, 68% foul shooter. She's got a half dozen to lead the Rebels, and credit North Oldham for getting off to a strong start.
Still in that 1-3-1. Seems to have bothered North a little bit. And one of the things North has had to do is they brought Riley Neal way out to the wing.
Skip pass to Vise up top. Little floater is in. How about that from Smith?
Well, that used to be the shot coaches taught not to shoot. Wasn't a high percentage, but Everybody today loves the floater.
Mustangs getting points from some of their key reserves. Balance thus far for the Mustangs. That's Rachel Howard, the sophomore, that's on the floor, donning number 3 for Owen. And now Moore with a jab step directly in front of us courtside. Now Goodrich, right hand dribble.
Very patient.
And an Owen timeout.
Timeout, Owen County.
Mustangs take a quick timeout. We will join them as well. Back live from Grant County High School after this on Glycod.
You do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Stinnett Plumbing, proudly serving Oldham County with a complete array of services from faucet fixes to bathroom renovations. Locally owned, built on integrity, and committed to bringing exceptional quality work to you. On call 24 hours a day for emergency repairs. Phone 502-690-3070. Stinnett Plumbing. You're tuned into the 8th Region Girls Basketball Tournament from Grant County High School on Glycod.
Back live at Grant County High School, North Oldham by 5. Some coaching points here early. What's caught your eye?
Well, one of the things that Owen continues to try to do is shoot the ball out of the corner, and that's tough against a 2-3 zone. You usually got a guy pretty close to you. One of the things they've had success against the 2-3 is a 1-3-1 set. They go into the middle, they drop down to the block, and then they dive the post person. On the defensive end, Owen not satisfied with their man-to-man early. They go into 1-3-1. One of the things we said North had to do was get off to a good start, and they have, up 17-12.
Rebels yet to connect from 3. That's a key part to their arsenal as Logan finds more nice pass underneath, and the basket goes for Gracie Ferguson.
35, Gracie Ferguson.
A little more patience that time instead of firing up the quick 3 out of the corner.
Ferguson in with 4. Neal baseline, up and in after the Hankins dime. Neal's first field goal. As Moore will weave it back to Ferguson. Goodrich up top. The winner will meet the winner of game 2 tonight, Spencer County or Walton Verona, in semifinal 1 Friday at 6:30. Howard baseline. Logan inside, that is Moore. Hankins with an overplay and a live ball turnover for North as Sipes accelerates and puts it in.
Basket number 24, Elena Lieber.
A touchdown lead for North. Mustangs with 8 bench points and a 7-point early lead. That is Logan that is surrounded, and up top it's Goodrich. She'll get her mitts on it.
There's where they've got to watch their block. If they'll just be patient, they'll get the block player. Here she comes. Had Moore coming across to the block, wide open.
Logan double teamed. Nice help defense by North. There's the skip, an elbow jumper off the heel from Howard. And it will not fall in, but a North foul as Ferguson to the line.
Chris, North is doing a really good job in their 2-3. They're taking away that corner shot, even on ball reversal. You know, and apparently that's a big part of Owen's offense. They're looking to shoot it. They forced a bunch early. They're only 1 for 7. I've got them right now. And they've been better when they've been patient.
Elena Lieber with 2 fouls back in for North.
Yeah, interesting move.
And a dry trip there from Gracie Ferguson. As Catherine Smith, ponytail in tow, will veer into forecourt for North.
Back man-to-man by Owen now.
Neal just inside the arc.
2-point basket, number 23, Riley Neal.
4 straight buckets for the Mustangs starting this second quarter.
And a 9-point lead, their longest lead, with 3.5 left in the first half.
Chris, it's a little premature, but right now, Owen looks a little perplexed.
Goodrich trying to ignite the half-court attack. Moore chiseling her way through Neal for 2.
Owen County basket, number 25, Lexi Moore.
Moore with 8. Yes, Catherine Smith finds Neal. Neal a 3. Couldn't steer it in, and Moore digs it out for Owen County. Owen trying to close this half on a little flurry. They've been down 9. Now on the short end of a 7-point hill. Inch down to Ferguson, and Neal called for the foul.
Well, Neal playing straight behind her, and she's going to have to be more active, working away from top to bottom. But if you play straight behind, Owen's kids are thick enough, they'll use their body to seal you off, and then you just got to hope you get a break and they miss a shot. Hope a defense is not a good defense.
Checking in for North Oldham,
Oh, Indian tribe.
Caroline Moffitt in for the Mustangs, so McIntosh gone 9 deep now.
We'll see how long he leaves Lieber in. She's got 2, and I wouldn't think he would want to pick up at that third foul. Owen missing opportunities at the free throw line.
Speaking of fouls, Neal yet to commit one. That's good news for North. And check that, Neal does have 1 foul, excuse me. Driving is Logan for Owen. And a great pass is cutting was Moore for 2.
Well, just a really good pass by her teammate.
Neal down low, catches. Like to have that one back. There's Moore out for Owen. Rebels with 5 in a row, and that foul occurring on the floor. It will, however, be North's 7th team foul.
Chris, that's what we talked about earlier. They're doing a much better job not trying to shoot the ball on the first corner shot. They're reversing the ball up top, and then they're splitting them.
I'm not sure the fans from Owenton agree with the non-successive and 1, but it will be 1 and 1 for Moore. Foul whistled on Caroline Moffitt. Racer and Smith in for the Mustangs. And Moore, 10 first half points for 1 and 1, the All-A MVP this year. And that one spins out.
Still even lots of points on the board from missed free throws by the Lady Rebels.
Yeah, Ferguson has missed 2. And then you see Moore's misfire there. There's Neal up and in. Neal with 8 and a 6-point North Oldham lead. Very important 90 seconds here. Driving Ferguson, couldn't heave it in. Moore does. If you're North, you let Moore get her points and try to hold the others down?
Well, that's a dangerous strategy. You never want to let a good player get their points.
Logan, and a foul coming up the floor, and that's the 2nd on Neal.
You might want to consider letting a non-scorer get their shots, but I think the 8th Region Player of the Year, I don't think I would let her get shots.
McIntosh has, you knew Neal would not play the final 103 of this half, and here comes Christina Scott, sophomore post. Neal out with that 2nd foul. And
well, you've still got Lieber in there with 2 as well. I think they would be well spent of getting her out too, because she's very active.
So 1-1. This is Haley Logan. You've got an Owen group that was down 9. It's now sliced to 3.
Well, that's the experience. Looks like we might got a little press coming here after the free throws. Yep, got to make them first.
And Lieber brings it down. We'll see what North can do here, and there is a press.
Little half-court trap.
As Smith weaves it across and
Yes.
stepping on the sideline, Razor.
Well, 5th turnover for the Lady Mustangs. I like the coaching move there. Changed them up a little bit. North wasn't ready for it. Got a little nonchalant with the ball.
And we'll see what Owen can do here. And the Rebels were down 9. They have a chance to tie this game with a 3.
North still in the 2-3. You can look for them maybe to go out and trap it. Right now they seem content with 30 seconds just to stay back in the paint. Up 3 right now. Yeah, and you're telling Lieber, do not make your 3rd foul.
And Owen appearing content to hang on to it for one final shot. There is more. And a 3 for the tie. That's not going to fall from the far corner from Goodrich. Loose on the floor. Moore tries one. Goodrich. And North fortuitously watches the ball.
It was a long 7 seconds. 4 offensive shots at the glass.
Mac McIntosh and crew will skip to halftime. They lead Owen 25-22. We'll be right back on Glycon.
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance is the #1 property and casualty insurance provider in Kentucky. With local agents, our members enjoy an unmatched level of dedication and service. KFB's rates are affordable and our local claims service is quick and efficient. Call or come in today and let us show you the Kentucky Farm Bureau insurance difference. In Lawrenceburg, contact Agency Manager David Taylor or Agent Ashley Nesbitt at 1056 Bypass South. Phone 502-839-4186. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828, Metro Windows.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Metro Windows. Replace your old rotted windows today. Call Kyle at 502-550-1489. That's Metro Windows at 502-550-1489.
Back live at Grant County High School in Dry Ridge. Chris LeBar, Gary Forrest, Tenny Onatiri on camera. The first of 14 here on Glycod over the next 9 days. First time, 8th region quarter. And North Oldham off to a surprising lead at half.
Very much so, Chris. One of the things we talked about in the keys of the game was North had to get off to a good start. Put that thing about last Friday night's game out of their minds, come to play. And as a result, they were a different team tonight, very aggressive the first 2 quarters. As a result, they lead 25-22.
The zone clearly an impact early.
I think so, and it was an Owen County team that's sort of battle-tested. They've been, they won the A-class tournament, and a very smart, knowledgeable team. Looked like they hurried the shots against the 2-3 zone. And as we mentioned at the end of the first quarter, they took a lot of contested shots. And there's an old adage in basketball, contested shots aren't good shots. They were a little more patient the second half, revolved the ball around, got it inside to their star, Lexi Moore, and got themselves back within 3 here at half.
Yeah, Moore with 12, Ferguson 5, Logan 3, Goodrich 2. And for North, uncharacteristic balance, 6 Mustangs have scratched.
Yeah, very much so. They've come off firing, but this time they got their studette involved.
Yeah, Riley Neal with 8, although she does have 2 fouls. Alyssa Razor 5 points. Catherine Smith, Gracie Sipes with 4, 2 each for Lieber and Hankins. And heck, if you're North Oldham, you come into this game really you're limping. You've lost 4 in a row. And, hey, they've come to play, and good for them.
Welcome to high school basketball. What you did 2 days ago sometimes is a long memory. And as a result, that's maybe a good thing for this North bunch. Forget about that. Let's concentrate on things we have to do to be successful, and they have. And it's given them a 3-point lead here at half.
Game 2 tonight will tip in the vicinity of 8. Joe Cox, Rick Reams will have it for you. Spencer County and Walton Verona should be a very captivating quarterfinal.
Well, very much so. A lot of people think this may be the most evenly paired up game, and we're going to see it. Spencer, some people think, might be the dark horse if something happens to the proverbial Big 2 Anderson or Owen County.
And you've got a Spencer group losing in the final last year, kind of Cinderella-ish with most of their personnel back.
Well, we saw them earlier this year against North Oldham, and they were down the entire game, and then the last minute of the game decided to get going, and as a result, pull out a win, and they're capable of scoring, and those are the type of teams that always concern you from a lot of different players.
So Walton Verona and Spencer tonight at 8, then 2 more quarterfinals tomorrow. South Oldham and Henry at 6:30, and then Anderson County, Simon Kenton at 8 o'clock, and that is going to reinvigorate a great rivalry in the 8th region.
Very much so. It used to be when you mentioned Anderson, Simon Kenton's name was mentioned in conjunction because those were the two for about the last 8 years have kind of run roughshod over the regional tournament, and just the last year or so, Simon Kenton maybe taking a step back a little bit, and Anderson's continued. And Anderson will have a large portion of their kids back next year as well. But, we're talking about this year, and a lot of people think Anderson can not only win this region, but maybe do some damage in the state tournament.
It would be the Lady Cats' 3rd straight 8th region title should they win 3 games here. And one of the storylines I think very interesting this week, Jeff Stowers will retire, the longtime Simon Kenton head coach. Just done a tremendous job up there.
Very much so. And, having been in coaching and education for a long time, it's a tough job. It's a tiring job. And sometimes maybe you just need to take a break. And Jeff's done a great job, and maybe feels like it's time to turn the reins over to someone else.
Should be a great second half here. North Oldham, a surprising 3-point lead over Owen County. Second half next on Glycod.
Want to replace your old, rotted, and drafty windows? What would your house look like with the newest and high-quality windows on the market? With just one call to Metro Windows, you can choose from a great selection of aluminum-clad, vinyl, and rot-free windows at an affordable price. And Metro Windows can also replace just the glass and failed windows, too. Their installers are Oldham County residents that take pride in their work and craftsmanship. Metro Windows has been locally owned for over 30 years and is the proud carrier of the Windsor window line. Give Metro Windows a call today at 222-7828. That's 222-7828, Metro Windows.
Crestwood Coin Laundry, Oldham County's leading laundromat for over 25 years. Located at 6520 West Highway 146, Crestwood Coin Laundry offers state-of-the-art facilities in a clean, inviting atmosphere. You can wash and dry clothes yourself, or you can drop off your clothes in the morning and have them back clean, dry, and folded that afternoon. Their extra-large washers are perfect for comforters and large items, and all larger machines accept credit cards. They're open at 8 on weekdays and 7 on weekends for your convenience. Stop in or visit them online, CrestwoodCoinLaundryKY.com.
A plan for the future is a plan for peace of mind at Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home. Proud supporters of the Lady Bearcats and locally owned by 1985 AC graduate Brian Ritchie, they have been serving Lawrenceburg since 1991. Visit ritchieandpeach.com or phone 502-839-5151. Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home, 701 North Main Street, helping you create the tribute of a lifetime.
Are you looking for a realtor to help you buy or sell your property? Then look no further than John Reynolds with Exit Realty Crutcher. John has helped hundreds achieve their goals through buying and selling real estate. Whether you're buying your first home, upgrading to a larger home, or downsizing as an empty nester, John will work with you to help you get where you want to go. For a realtor that has supported the community for over 20 years and who has creative ideas, consistent communication, and dependable results, call John Reynolds with Exit Realty Crutcher at 502-598-8378.
Only your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer has genuine parts, accessories, trained service technicians, and the widest selection of innovative Cub Cadet products. We're here for you whenever you need us, with expert service and support to keep your equipment running at peak performance for years to come. Visit your locally owned power equipment dealer, Anderson Sales and Service in Madison, Crestwood, and our newest location at 1675 Watterson Trail in Louisville.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
You're tuned into the 8th Region Girls Basketball Tournament from Grant County High School on Glycod.
The surprising North Oldham Mustangs trying to pull a first half surprise. They lead Owen by 3, second half underway.
Owen back man to man the way they started the game.
Smith floats to Lieber, doesn't take her any time to try a three, and it's deflected, gobbled out of there by Kylie Vise for North. Now Neal through contact, Lieber inside the lane, got her own, and an Owen foul. Second on Moore, and Lieber to the line for two. 5'6" senior, season high 14 in the loss a couple of weeks ago at Anderson County.
Well, Lieber just is active, and there was the case on a missed shot. She's able to get the rebound. 1 out of 2.
2 key misses there, as Goodrich will handle it up top for the Rebels. And you get the feeling that North's going to stay in that zone as long as they can, more off the glass.
Yeah, as long as they can keep Owen off balance. And, that's the first time that Owen has went directly into the post area without going to the wing first.
Owen from 9 down to 1, but a quick Rebel foul in half court.
Good call. Gracie Ferguson with a hand in the middle of the back and the out official right on top of it.
First foul on Ferguson, but 2 quick ones on Owen in this half. But North Oldham needing a basket. They've given up 8 in succession. Vise through contact, and Ferguson out with a snare back tap by Vise. And North going to get it back. And Vise called for the palm.
Well, despises that little mosquito out there. You know, you never can be careful around her. If you put the ball down, she'll have a hand in there.
Now Goodrich into forecourt. Is Owen trying to take the lead? There's Goodrich pass.
You know, Chris, a very clean play the first half. Only 6 total turnovers.
That's a great pass from Goodrich.
Well, there's that high-low again, and they're really trying to use the post person by immediately dropping her down to the block when the ball goes to the wing.
North Oldham foul number 1 on Alyssa Razor. That's her first. Lady Mustangs
first on Razor and Ferguson.
Ferguson Moore is sort of built to like, and if they can get a shoulder on you and get to the block, they're going to be able to get their shot off, but they still are having the free-throw boogaboos, if you will.
Ferguson 1 of 4 from the foul line. And oh my, a dry trip there.
Didn't even look good when it left her hand.
North hanging on to the slimmest of leads. Neal up top. Veering against the grain. And did she pick up? Yeah,
yes.
Her third foul.
Frustration foul. How many times have you seen it? The good player makes a move, just barely misses it, and out of frustration, she reaches for the ball and makes that third foul. See no move by Coach McIntosh about bringing her out. He's going to keep her in there with 3 here early in the third quarter.
That forces his hand momentarily. Sailor Hankins moving to the scores table for North. She'll check in at the next whistle. Owen trying to get the lead. A corner 3, oh my, off the back support.
Well, once again, there's that shot we talked about, you know, a contested 3, you know, it's just not a good shot.
Neal will stay on as Racer exits. There's Smith for the Mustangs, Woven Devise. Kylie scoreless, averaging 7 on the year. Now Smith has a wide open baseline little floater. There's a lid on it at this end, but it's poked out of bounds off of Goodrich.
Smith, baseline floater, toughest shot in basketball. If you miss it, it's not coming back to you.
I think North's last field goal was 6:45.
It's been a while.
It's 7:15 now. There's Neal spinning opposite Moore. And Owen digging out the rebound. Haley Logan from the guard spot slid in. Lewis, great pass.
Excellent pass across the zone.
Ferguson with 7. Owen in a teeter-totter. A lot of time left, but this is a critical juncture for North, you would think. How will they handle some adversity? There's Lieber near wing.
They've led the whole game. You know, how do you play from behind? You know, right now, as you mentioned, turnover out front. They're in a long, prolonged dry spell called the third quarter.
Some consternation on that sideline as the Mustangs, will they stay in the zone?
If there is a good thing for North, Chris, it's the fact that they've only been outscored 4-0.
Goodrich up top. Who does this pace favor? There's a turnover, and North Oldham's going to give it right back with a foul, I believe, on Logan.
You know, I think the pace favors North still because they're in striking range. Now, if it starts to leak away from them, then you have to reassess. Because you've got a gal that can score points for you if they can get her the ball.
Neal up top. Third team Rebel foul. As Vise evading the overplay. Smith weaving to Neal.
Size factor right there, and it's a charge. That's number 4. Well, Neal likes that spin dribble, and Coach may have made another mistake of not getting her out, so they've got a free shot at going right at her right now. And if I'm Owen County with 4 fouls, I find her and I go right at her, and she's either going to foul me or give up an easy bucket.
Under 4 left. In the lane.
That's what they did.
That's Logan for the basket. Owen by 3. Lieber. That's Hankins, very aggressive. An inadvertent whistle at first.
I thought I heard a whistle.
And that whistle will negate a fast break opportunity for Owen.
Well, and what it also does on a dead ball, it allows North a chance to get Riley Neal out of the game.
North wants a timeout.
I don't know why he would want one right now. He can get them out. This is a freebie.
So Scott in, Neal out. And I guess game flow determines how long you keep her on the sideline.
I think so. Now you're watching the clock. You can't let them get that lead out to 5 or 6. I don't think North can recover from that.
Owen by 3. Riley Neal, the third-ranked scorer in Kentucky, on the bench with 4 fouls. More baseline, and Owen starting to sizzle.
Well,
North needs a basket badly. Can Sipes deliver? She cannot. Backside rebound. And Smith tangled up underneath. It will be a held ball arrow, Owen County.
Right now, on the 3-minute mark, we've gone 5 minutes here in this third quarter, and North yet to score. Owen very methodical. They'll work it around. They'll try to get the ball to Moore or Ferguson.
Lewis rifles it down in the lane. Now Logan on the deck. Goodrich slices baseline.
Owen very patient once again. They'll try to work the ball into Moore or Ferguson.
Logan cut off, and that's a great pass, deflected and stolen by Lieber, and she gives it right back. Ferguson all the way, and Scott fouls her as well.
And one.
Things starting to slip away for North Oldham. Mustangs yet to score in this quarter. They led 25-22 at halftime. And Ferguson trying to make it an 8-point Owen lead.
Ferguson still just floundering at the free throw line tonight.
Made her first, and an astute North Oldham timeout. Maybe about a 5-minute timeout if Mac can get that amount of time over there. It will be a full timeout. Mustangs basketball when we come back to Dry Ridge on Glycod.com.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
You're tuned into the 8th Region Girls Basketball Tournament from Grant County High School on Glycod.
North Oldham in a timeout, and Owen with 10 in succession to start this second half, Gary.
Very much so, and if I'm Mac McIntosh, I'm watching that clock, and if I can keep this deficit around 7, I think you've got to go back with your leading scorer when we start this fourth quarter, or, it may be a situation where they get down and can't get back. So, he's got a big decision to make, and what you've got to make sure is that Neal doesn't make that 5th foul whenever you put her back in.
To go back to that second foul occurring coming up the floor and a reach, and there's Christina Scott down low. Lieber from the foul line off the heel. And Logan for Owen.
Now this is when a team like Owen, who's been tournament tested, they're not in any hurry. They're going to do what they want to do, and if not, they'll be patient.
Lewis
really doing a good job getting the ball inside.
Taps it in the lane, and Scott called for foul number 2. Well, if Owen had made any free throws, this game would be well into double figures.
Very much so.
This Owen group shoots him at 61% from the foul line, and is
not tonight.
No, they haven't. And as good of a season as they've had at 23-9, and may come back to beat them in a tight game at some point this year.
Right. Well, they're going to, if they win tonight, they're going to dodge the bullet. That's a miss and across the line. So the confidence level at the free throw line is really evident. The only one that I think I would want at the line right now is Moore. And she's been the facilitator. She's the one that's made the pass in most cases that's led to the bucket or the foul.
North yet to score in this quarter. 1:10 remaining. Kylie Vise trying to weave her way in. How about Moore, the big, moving laterally. Sipes, baseline, nice rejection. Poked out of there by Logan. Racer back in for North. So you think Neal comes in to start the fourth?
I think you have to, Chris. You're down 7, and for them, that's like a 10, 12-point game. You got to get her back in.
Racer will inbound. And tried to shovel it right between Logan's legs, and a foul on Vise. So check that side out off of Vise. It's Owen ball.
I don't know if you want to try to throw it between somebody's legs. That's something that probably doesn't work but about 1 out of 10 times.
Goodrich nudging it near side to Lewis. Owen has only played 6 players in this game.
Yep. She mentioned earlier she won't go deep in close games.
Nifty pass in the lane. Going to work is Moore. Long on the backside, but Goodrich digs it out.
Great offensive rebounder from the weak side.
Vise badgering her in backcourt, and Sipes called for the reach in. The 5th team, North Oldham infraction.
Well, the scary thing is, Chris, North Oldham is primarily a zone team. I'm not seeing them this year when they pretty much have been anything but 2-3 zone. By being in a 2-3 zone, you take a veteran team like Owen, and they'll take their time. There's 30 seconds on the clock now. I don't think they'll be in any hurry.
A correction, it's the 6th team North Oldham foul, and may be to their benefit, actually, as Logan baseline around to Goodrich with 18 left, and North Oldham appears to play this 8-minute third quarter without a point. Goodrich over to Logan.
Nice entry pass.
It sure was. And 2 points for Moore right through Scott. And that's going to conclude this third quarter. Owen trailing by 3 after 3. Or rather, by 3 at half. They now lead by 9 after 3. And we're back after this on Glycod.com.
Kevin Woosley is a lifelong Oldham County resident. He's been a public servant for 30 years and is a former Kentucky State Police 911 administrator. Currently the District 3 Fiscal Court Magistrate. Kevin is a responsive politician. He favors improved broadband internet, more affordable housing, plus new roads and schools to meet the demands of a growing county. Re-elect Kevin Woosley for District 3 Magistrate.
I'm Kevin Woosley, and I approve this message.
Paid for and approved by Kevin Woosley for Magistrate. Today's game is presented in part by Sweet Mash, a great little store in the heart of Lawrenceburg.
Sweetmash.com.
Opened by two spirited Bearcat alumni who are proud community supporters, Sweet Mash carries a unique array of Southern goods, gifts, and apparel. Visit them at 101 South Main Street, just across from Lawrenceburg City Hall, or shop online at sweetmash.com. You can also follow this boutique gift shop on Instagram at Sweet Mash Goods.
Sweetmash.com.
You're tuned into the 8th Region Girls Basketball Tournament from Grant County High School on Glycon.
A 12-0 third quarter has Owen 9 clear of North Oldham. Riley Neal back in to start this fourth for the Mustangs. Here you see our score ticker.
Tell you, Chris, I think Neal has, not knowing how long she could stay in the game with 4 fouls, she's almost got to touch it every time down.
Sipes, a 3. Little short. Hankins sneaks in for the rebound. Back out to Sipes. Why not try another one? That's, I guess, why you wouldn't. And the rebound by Moore of Owen. With 7:38 to play. Logan right through Neal. Backside rebound up and in for 2 more for Ferguson.
Well, Logan's smart. She took it right at Neal's chin, and Neal backed away.
There's Vise for North. Hand off Neal. Neal working on Moore, and an Owen foul.
Well, if I'm Owen, what I want to do with that second player around Neal, I want to try to take the charge, make the official call it, because she has a perplexity. She likes to pull back dribble. And anytime you do that, you get yourself in trouble. That's how she got her 4th foul, was that spin dribble.
Ferguson called for her second, 4th on Owen. Neal, 8 first half points, and North still hasn't scored in this half.
Man, what a rebound by Moore, man. She just went up and got it with one hand and covered it.
This run about 17 zilch. Got to remember, North once led by 9. Lewis for Owen. Goodrich weaving her way inside that defense. Moore floating it up. Hankins taps, and Owen out of the scrum with it despite the Vise attempt. Goodrich for 2 more.
I tell you what, and they are taking it right to Riley Neal, knowing that she can't really defend, or she's going to maybe make that foul.
Neal driving, still 6 minutes left. There's a 3, and it's going to fall. Hankins makes the 3 and a North timeout. Only a 2, I beg your pardon, only a 2.
Well, it's kind of tough for you to see around that corner and through 3 cheerleaders, but I think she must have been on the line.
So Hankins with a made basket, and we'll take a quick 30 on Glycon.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
You're tuned into the 8th Region Girls Basketball Tournament from Grant County High School on Glycon.
Sailor Hankins with a made basket. North Oldham now trailing 38-27 as we welcome you back to Dry Ridge. Chris LeBar, Gary Forrest, tuning on a Terry on camera. Game 2 will tip in the vicinity of 8 o'clock tonight. It's Walton, Verona, and Spencer County. Joe Cox, Rick Reams will have all the live action for you. It's still enough time for North to get back in this game.
It is. You know, you just don't want to push it too fast. You know, there's that fine median. And that was a great pass by Neal. You know, a lot of people think, well, she has to shoot it all the time. She doesn't have to shoot it all the time. She occupied the defense's end and did a great job kicking off for the bucket.
McIntosh desperately wanted that timeout. We'll see what the strategy is out of the dead ball.
Man, they were stuck 10 minutes on 25.
Lewis, a long jumper. That's long, and Vise corrals the north rebound. A basket here gets him in single figures as Vise bumped coming up the floor. It's 1-1 North Oldham.
That's her first. Lady Rebels fifth.
Check that, the 5th team foul, excuse me. Foul on Goodrich. There's Vise for North. Now Sipes through contact. Hankins, good piece of officiating as Hankins headed to on the baseline.
Well, Hankins kind of got handcuffed. Her own teammate throws her the ball as she stepped out of bounds. You know, it's like, don't throw it to me now.
Goodrich to handle up top. How long you stay in that zone?
Unless you're going to do something different out of it, not much longer. Because right now, they're still just packing it in. And I don't think Owen is going to get in a big hurry.
Moore inside the lane. That's a
Hello.
great pass.
See, Moore is such a good facilitator. I know people think about her scoring, but she makes the other ones around her better.
Ferguson with 13.
They're trying to trap the ball out of Neal's hands now. Coach Wesselman wanted them to. And see, Neal, another good pass inside. This one, though, tickles off the fingers.
Off Hankins.
Checking into the game for North Oldham, number 14.
Catherine Smith in for North.
Smith, kind of the designated 3 shooter, so we'll watch for that.
Mustangs got off to such a great start. Led 13-9 after one, had a 3-point lead at half, but outscored 12-zip in the third, and now staring at a 13-point hill to climb. Ferguson up top. But another offensive rebound for Lewis. Inside Ferguson for 2 more. Ferguson 10 points in the second half. Nice overplay, deflection out off of Logan.
Yeah, Logan played the passing lane pretty well then.
Smith over now. That is Sipes. Got one to go.
Well, that's what Sipes is in there for.
Sipes with 7.
We saw her the other night against South Oldham make a few of those threes out there, so she won't hesitate if she's open to let it go.
Well, that has to be the idea now. Under 4 minutes left. And Moore working opposite Sipes and North in a straight man now.
Finally, straight man.
Moore for 2 more.
Well, Moore's smart. She realized.
3 ball forthcoming from Smith. And Owen. The backside rebound. Owen a semifinal berth last year, losing to Spencer. And it does appear they're on to that round for the 2nd consecutive year. Ferguson drives and it'll crawl home.
I tell you what, when everything's dropping now, when it hits the bottom of the rim and rolls over and in.
Ferguson with 17. Smith weaving her way in, and that pass deflected off of Sipes, out of bounds. Lieber in for North. And Sipes out. And Owen will pause with a quick 30-second timeout. Back to Dry Ridge right after this break on glycod.com.
Range Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street, or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
You're tuned into the 8th Region Girls Basketball Tournament from Grant County High School on Glycod.
Owen County 243 from advancing to Friday's semifinal. 16-point lead over North Oldham in the 8th Region quarterfinal number 1 tonight, live from Grant County High School. Rebel basketball. And Goodrich in backcourt. Vise will ride her up the floor. And a hard foul on Alyssa Razor. 7th team North Oldham foul. Two shots coming up for Moore. And Owen, struggling from the foul line, unofficially have made but 1 3, but yet have a 16-point lead.
Well, officially, Chris, over 12 minutes starting in the second, all of the third, and into the fourth without scoring. You know, that's just, it's not conducive for your health. Owen still missing free throws.
2:30 left, and here comes Neal. The best player in North Oldham High School girls history. That shot not going to fall. And deflected out off of a Mustang. Coach, we've seen some great ones in our time, girls basketball in Oldham County. She's clearly one of the best.
Very solid player, and her next turn will be at the next level at Miami of Ohio.
Great program in the MAC. And a foul up top on Catherine Smith, so 1 and 1. Destiny Goodrich for a free throw, at least a front end. This will be Owen's 24th win of the year, and that free throw pops out, so go figure. Smith probing the lane, step back roof scraper. And Owen County with a rebound, Lewis in backcourt.
Checking in for North Oldham, number 24.
And it's going to be Mustang ball.
You know, I was blocked by 4 cheerleaders and 9 players.
It will be North Oldham possession on their side of the floor. Down 17.
And they turn it over.
And here comes Moore. And she'll return the favor.
So only the 3rd turnover for the Owen County Lady Rebels this second half. But boy, they've missed a lot of free throws. Gonna have to clean that up.
Sipes up top for North. Freed up on a 3. Nice pass here by Vise. Now Vise comes back, gets the rebound, and puts it in. And a North Oldham timeout as well. We'll keep things here as Vise on with her first field goal, and North Oldham 32nd timeout. So Owen by 15, thanks to all of our great sponsors tonight on Glycod.com, Watts Home Center, Metro Windows, LaGrange Service Center, just to name a few. Lots of basketball coming up your way this week. So we take a look at the upcoming schedule on Glycod. One more tonight. A pair tomorrow, and then Wednesday, the boys' quarter start Collins and this same Owen County High School, then Walton Verona and North Oldham. That should be a good game as well on Wednesday.
You would think so, yes.
As David Levich's bunch into the 8th Region Tournament for the 2nd straight year.
North being so far north in the 8th Region, we didn't get to see them a lot, or that is Walton Verona, but they've got a guard named Smithers that everybody says is pretty good.
They defeated Grant County in their district title matchup. Got here so early today, we saw Grant County's boys practicing. There's a layup that's Goodrich, the lefty. She's got 6. And but 1:15 remaining. Neal skip past Vise, teeing up a 3 a little short. And Owen with a strong rebound as Ferguson will bring it across. Not sure anyone would have predicted this outcome after such a North Oldham hot start and a Mustang foul.
You know, Chris, one of the things that Owen has done tonight, it's kind of went under the radar. I'm sitting here looking at stats. 2 turnovers the first half, only 3 the second. So we're talking 5 turnovers for pretty much an entire high school basketball game. And that's pretty clean. North's inability just to make shots after the first quarter and a half has kind of been their doom, if you will. They only have 9 turnovers total.
Well, and Owen, I mean, they're horrendous free throw shooting, to be kind. That's Neal. Held ball as Moore got a piece.
Moore's smart. She knew that Neal's favorite move is that spin back, and she just stayed and waited and got a big hand up there on the ball, and I don't think that surprised anybody. Just a really solid call. What I like about Moore, she's very smart.
Outlet pass, Goodrich, and she'll get 2 more.
She's the one that just threw the baseball pass the length of the floor for a bucket.
Goodrich with 8. And Owen County on their way. Racer trying a 3, and she's got it. Racer with 8. And Lieber tangled up with Logan. Lieber plays the same with intensity, regardless of the difference in the score.
Once again, those are all the little things that she does that are positive. Intercepts a pass, jump ball, gets the ball back for her teammates. Doesn't always have to score. That's not her niche.
Smith heaving a 3. Good for her.
Well, Smith's in there for a reason, and that's it with the 3s. So North making a little bit of a run here, just a little too late.
So Smith now with 7. Mustangs 2 consecutive 3s. Riley Neal hampered with 4 fouls and set out a bulk of the third quarter, and at that point that lead really stretched out a bit, and North behind too much to get back in this game.
Be remiss not to mention that tonight's officials for both the girls and the boys tournaments coming out of the 6th and 7th region. Don't see them a lot, and usually we'll get them out of the 14th or 15th. So this year they stay close to home.
They sure do. A familiar name refereeing game 2 tonight.
Well, I wasn't going to mention that. I was just going to give out his phone number.
There you go. As Owen will inbound with 7 seconds remaining. Check that 11.3 as they reset it.
Smacked out of bounds by Vice, still Owen ball.
Now 8.4 left as the Rebels moving on to the semifinals. Again, this group won the All-A state title, and a turnover.
Yeah, if you're Owen, you probably want to do what you did just a minute ago. Throw the ball to half court or beyond.
Credit North Oldham for continuing to play. That Smith heaving it up. Good for her.
They've scored 8 points here.
Smith with 9, and that's going to take us to the end. Owen County moving on as they defeat North Oldham. 51-40 handshake occurring at half court. Tough ending tonight for the Mustangs after getting off to a great start. We'll be right back to Dry Ridge, Grant County High School, the venue, and we're back in just a moment on GlyCon.com.
Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. A plan for the future is a plan for peace of mind. At Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home. Proud supporters of the Lady Bearcats and locally owned by 1985 AC graduate Brian Ritchie, they have been serving Lawrenceburg since 1991. Visit ritchieandpeach.com or phone 502-839-5151. Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home, 701 North Main Street. Helping you create the tribute of a lifetime.
Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance is the #1 property and casualty insurance provider in Kentucky. With local agents, our members enjoy an unmatched level of dedication and service. KFB's rates are affordable and our local claims service is quick and efficient. Call or come in today and let us show you the Kentucky Farm Bureau insurance difference. In Lawrenceburg, contact Agency Manager David Taylor or Agent Ashley Nesbitt at 1056 Bypass South. Phone 502-839-4186. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Anderson Apothecary, the cure for the common drugstore. Anderson Apothecary, just across the street from the high school on Highway 127.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters. Colossians 3:23. Stinnett Plumbing, proudly serving Oldham County with a complete array of services from faucet fixes to bathroom renovations. Locally owned, built on integrity, and committed to bringing exceptional quality work to you. On call 24 hours a day for emergency repairs. Phone 502-690-3070. Stinnett Plumbing.
Welcome to WDRB Home Design here at Watts Home Center. We're talking paint colors today. Tommy, what are the hottest colors this season?
The hottest colors are gray. Grays are trending. You also have taupes, off-white. Benjamin Moore has over 4,000 colors, so we can find something that you like.
So if I wanted to color match my shirt, you could do it?
I can do it. We take our little color spectrometer here. It will take a picture of your shirt, tells us what color it is. We have true color lighting, so it helps us get the true color to match your color.
Do you have any tips for us to ensure a successful paint job?
The best tip I can give you is use the proper tools. You want to use a good paintbrush, you want to use a good roller. People always grab a roller frame, they just want to roll a wall. Grab a pole, whether it be an expensive good one, inexpensive wooden one. It makes the job go so much easier when you're rolling that wall out.
The team at Watts Home Center can answer all your painting questions, so come on out to their location here in LaGrange. I'm Lindsay Cox for WDRB Home Design.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by LaGrange Service Center, a family-owned car repair shop that also offers 24/7 towing and wrecker service. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street. Call 502-222-1673.
Back live, Grant County High School. There you see the final in game number 1. North Oldham off to a very good start, but Owen County shuts them out in the third, and they win 51-40. And credit the Rebels, just the much more steady commodity tonight.
And just battle-tested, Chris. You know, they didn't panic. North jumped out to the lead, and they just methodically got themselves back in position by half, and then it seemed like somebody put a lid on the rim for North.
Owen County led by Lexi Moore with 20, but her passing is really impressive.
Chris, she does more than scoring. Very astute. You know, she makes their team better. She doesn't get in a hurry. She's fun to watch.
Moore 20, Gracie Ferguson 17, 12 of which occurred in the second half. Destiny Goodrich 8, Haley Logan 5, Laurel Lewis 1. No bench points for the Rebels. And for North, a lot of balance. Catherine Smith 9, Racer 8, Riley Neal 8. More on her in a moment. Gracie Sipes 7, 4 for Hankins, and 2 for Vise. What do you take away from this game tonight from a North Oldham angle?
Well, everybody probably was concerned about they laid an egg in the district final and how would they come back. And I really respect the fact that they came back and atoned themselves. The first quarter and a half, they played to win and kept the lead, had the lead in halftime, and unfortunately, the bottom fell out in the third quarter. They just couldn't make a shot. And, you know, give credit to an Owen County team who made some subtle adjustments and offensively just grinded away, built their lead, and never really looked back.
13-9 North after 1. They led at half 25-22. After 3, it was Owen 37-25 in the final 51-40 Rebels win. Right after this, we'll have our most outstanding player and a quick look ahead to more action this week on Glycod. We'll do that in just a moment when we come back.
Looking for a realtor to help you buy or sell your property? Then look no further than John Reynolds with Exit Realty Crutcher. John has helped hundreds achieve their goals through buying and selling real estate. Whether you're buying your first home, upgrading to a larger home, or downsizing as an empty nester, John will work with you to help you get where you want to go. For a realtor that has supported the community for over 20 years and who has creative ideas, consistent communication, and dependable results, call John Reynolds with Exit Realty Crutcher at 502-598-8378.
Looking for sound, prudent financial advice? Did you know that one of the brightest and best financial advisors is in your own backyard? Robin Lawson of Financial Solutions Incorporated has a mission to understand your long-term goals and to create a specific strategy just for you. Robin understands the challenges that face most of us today and offers fresh, out-of-the-box thinking that can put you on the road to financial freedom. Contact Robin Lawson today at 502-225-9900. That's 502-225-9900 or visit lawsonfinancial.net.
LaGrange Service Center is a professional automotive service center that aims to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their team is dedicated to performing honest and ethical work. Their experienced technicians make affordably priced immediate and scheduled repairs. Plus, they offer 24-hour emergency roadside assistance and much more. Located at 409 West Jefferson Street or call 502-222-1673. LaGrange Service Center.
Winter is coming. The Farmer's Almanac is predicting a rough winter with teeth-chattering cold. Don't be caught unprepared. Call Thompson Heating and Cooling today for a special $99 HVAC checkup. Because the last time you want to find out your heat isn't working is when you really need it. At Thompson, we offer a 2-hour appointment window, so you won't be kept waiting all day. We are fully stocked and prepared, and 90% of our calls are repaired that day. And as always, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call us today for express service.
A plan for the future is a plan for peace of mind. At Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home. Proud supporters of the Lady Bearcats and locally owned by 1985 AC graduate Brian Ritchie, they have been serving Lawrenceburg since 1991. Visit ritchieandpeach.com or phone 502-839-5151. Ritchie and Peach Funeral Home, 701 North Main Street. Helping you create the tribute of a lifetime. Community strong, serving Lawrenceburg for 20 years, Century Bank is Anderson County's locally owned bank. With a full suite of deposit, loan, and online products, plus a knowledgeable, friendly staff, Century makes everyday banking simple. Located at 201 West Woodford Street with online banking at centurybankky.com. Century Bank, our community, your bank. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Crestwood Coin Laundry, Oldham County's leading laundromat for over 25 years. Located at 6520 West Highway 146, Crestwood Coin Laundry offers state-of-the-art facilities in a clean, inviting atmosphere. You can wash and dry clothes yourself, or you can drop off your clothes in the morning and have them back clean, dry, and folded that afternoon. Their extra-large washers are perfect for comforters and large items, and all larger machines accept credit cards. They're open at 8 on weekdays and 7 on weekends for your convenience. Stop in or visit them online, CrestwoodCoinLaundryKY.com.
You're tuned into the 8th Region Girls Basketball Tournament from Grant County High School on Glycod.
Tonight's most outstanding players. Anderson Sales and Service proud to support this award. We love giving it out. Only fitting Riley Neal gets it in her last high school game.
Well, I think so. Without her efforts early in the game, Chris, I wonder where North would have been.
Lexi Moore, 20 points. We've already spoken very highly about her play. So Owen advances over North Oldham. And upcoming here on Glycod.com, a great one, Joe Cox, Rick Reams waiting in the wings for Simon Kenton and Anderson County. Check that. That's tomorrow. Henry County South Oldham game 1 tomorrow. But up next, Walton Verona and Spencer County live on Glycod.com. Thanks to our camera operator, Tenny Onatiri. For Gary Forrest, I'm Chris LeBar. More high school basketball when we come back to Dry Ridge on Glycod.com.
Tonight's broadcast of the 2022 8th Region Girls Basketball Tournament from Grant County High School on Glycod was brought to you by Anderson Sales and Service, outdoor equipment specialists who make your life easier. By Century Bank in Lawrenceburg, our community, your bank. By Metro Windows, installers of high-quality windows. By Thompson Heating and Cooling, where your comfort comes first. By LaGrange Service Center, quality car care since 1964. By Watts Home Center in LaGrange, design that feels like home. By State Farm Insurance Agent Leslie Gilley, Robert Lane for Oldham County Sheriff, Roy's Body and Glass Shop, John Runnels Realtor, and by Lawson Financial.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation.